Today we're going through 3 different Haldi Rattan recipes for 3 different skin types. The biggest mistake you can make is using the same recipe for all skin types. For example, if you have oily, acne-prone skin, don't put in coconut oil. If you have dry, cracked, flaky skin, then you don't want a high proportion of absorbing powder in the recipe. You certainly don't want any lemon juice either. In fact, you want to add in squalane. And if you have sensitive skin or a damaged skin barrier, avoid all essential oils or sandalwood powder, which can often get put into the recipe. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to figure out your skin type, the different recipes that I would recommend that I'm going to be making actually for my cousin for her wedding day, the mechanism of action of these DIY Haldi Rattan recipes, the classic mistakes that get made, and also how to prep the skin before the ceremony. I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor but also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. Please don't forget, I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can come and ask me your questions. Also, I've created a free ebook for you. The link is down below in the comment section. It's also on my website, Skincare by Dr. V. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So how do you work out your skin type? When you wash your face, leave it for 1 hour. Don't apply any moisturizer. If your skin feels tight and uncomfortable, you have dry skin. If your skin is looking shiny, then you have oily skin. And if your skin feels normal, then you have normal combination skin. So what I'm going to start off today with is your normal combination sensitive skin. This is your base formula. So I'd start off with your chickpea powder. Look for organic. So this is the one that I've purchased. It's organic chickpea flour. I'd use about 5 tablespoons of this, and it's got your macro and micronutrients in it. The aim is to create a lump-free paste, because what we don't want is physical exfoliation that can happen if you have too much powder. It becomes very abrasive. So what happens with that is temporarily your skin looks brighter, but actually you're damaging the skin barrier simultaneously. And the thing with this ceremony is that it's so much fun. Everyone gets involved and everyone is, scrubbing the skin in the sun often. And so you're outside, you're damaging the skin barrier, and UV is belting down on your face and your body. So we don't want that. We want to create a lump-free, actually quite a soothing formula. So it's a little bit different to when I got married. When I got married, it was pretty abrasive. It was pretty harsh. I remember my skin stinging a little bit afterwards, and that's not what we want, because we're going to be putting makeup on after. You're going to be sweating during your wedding and then the after party, and this is all a recipe for disaster for the honeymoon when it sort of all hits the skin at the same time. The next step is your yogurt. I put in 10 tablespoons of yogurt. I would again go for a high protein, high fat content, probably Fage yogurt. What this does is it binds the powder together, but also because the high fat and high protein content, it acts as a hydrator, as a humectant. Next is your 1/4 teaspoon of organic turmeric. So again, go for organic. Now this is honestly more for color, because 1/4 teaspoon, first of all, this has very low bioavailability. I know that there is, when you are consuming, it is different in terms of antioxidant power, but topically you're not going to get much. And you also don't want to stain the skin. It's more about just getting that yellow color in the actual paste rather than any major benefit topically. Next is your organic honey. So this is actually very useful when it comes to binding the mask, but also honey is a skin soother. It's anti-inflammatory. The only thing with honey is it is a little bit messy. So even when you do your DIY, that's the one thing that's going to stop you from putting this in. But actually it's quite effective and your skin will thank you. Next thing I would put in is your aloe gel. Again, go for 100% aloe. Make sure there's no other additives, no denatured alcohol, no essential oils. The reason for this is, again, it's anti-inflammatory. And you need to remember the bride is going to be outside and the groom is going to be outside in the sun, quite exposed. The skin might be a little bit irritated. So do what you can to make the skin as calm and relaxed as possible. So I feel like aloe vera is going to be the secret ingredient. Then after this is the green tea extract. So I'm going to take this with me. This is my kit basically. This is my healthy making but not kit. I'm so ready. I'm the eldest cousin. I'm totally ready for the ceremony. So my one job. We're going to boil the green tea. Going to make it quite strong. We're just going to use a very small amount of water into the mixture because of the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects of this. Now, if the bride or groom has very dry skin, then you want to come in with your squalane. Hold on, let me just open this up for you. I wish I'd had this actually at my last cousin's wedding because actually this would have been really helpful for her. So just 100% squalane and pop this in. You can either use jojoba oil as well, or hemp seed oil is good too. But this one, you just know, is a skin identical ingredient. It's not going to irritate anybody. If they have dry skin, be heavy-handed with the squalane. Now, if the bride or groom has oily, acne-prone skin, instead of the chickpea powder, which I've got here somewhere, go for Multani Mitti instead. So it's also called Fuller's Earth Powder, and it's got just higher absorption of oil. So with your base, decide based on, first of all, their skin type, which of the powders you want to go for. The next question is actually, how do we prime the skin before the ceremony? So as you're going to be outside, you want to wash the face, you want to apply your moisturiser, so your very fatty moisturiser, and then your SPF 50. Ideally, you want to go for mineral, so it's anti-inflammatory. Because what you actually want to do is create a bit of a barrier, a bit of a delay between these ingredients being put on the skin and absorbing into the skin, because you're likely to be there for an hour or maybe even more in the sun. Then you tend to have a shower, wash it all off, and then you get ready for your wedding, and you've got a full makeup going on. So you don't want to do too much to the skin too quickly, shock the skin, damage the barrier, and then come in with often foundations with denatured alcohol in it. And then you're under the lights and you're sweating. Salt water from sweat also dehydrates the skin, and it can wreck the skin actually the following day. So try and delay absorption if you can. Really do prep the skin before you go out. You don't want to go in with, nothing on the face, and then you're suddenly, putting irritants on the skin, especially if it's got lemon juice in it and you're in the sun. That's a big mistake. Please don't do that. It can lead to reactions in skin of color. Now, traditionally, the mechanism of action was the physical exfoliation of the skin with usually, it would be a little bit rough, the actual Vanita recipe. What I want us to move more towards is hydrating the skin, using antioxidants, repairing the skin barrier, because you're going to get the same glow actually by hydrating the skin and giving your skin that healthy barrier, but without damaging the skin. And so often, I remember when I did this ceremony for myself, it was the first time I'd ever put this on my skin, and if I'd reacted, or if I would have been in big trouble. Yeah, I was the first to get married, and I wasn't sure actually what was about to happen, and I wasn't as educated on my own skin as I am now. If I was to do this, in the future with, like, for example, my young cousins or, my daughter, I would definitely be opting for hydration over physical exfoliation. And I know it's a little bit of a different mindset, but I think your skin is going to feel happier. I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video, so please come and ask me your questions. You can also ask me on Instagram, TikTok, or on Facebook. And don't forget to download your free guide. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.